What's going on, everybody? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at JJ01 Supreme Leader. It is a very, very large Classics Optimus Prime produced by a third-party company. And when I say large, I really do mean that. This thing is over 2 pounds. It is a beautiful looking figure. The coloring is nearly identical to that of the original figure, which we're going to do a little bit of a comparison right now. Here is the original Classics Prime. You can see just how much bigger this new figure is than the original Classics Prime. There are a couple of other changes to the figure other than size. We'll get into that as we go throughout the review. I simply love the look of this thing. It's big, it's masterpiece scale, and it is freaking awesome. Now, the weight, as I said, it is about 2 pounds. This thing weighs a heck of a lot. There's a lot of die-cast metal built into this thing, and just metal in general. It is incredibly heavy. The transformation is roughly exactly the same as the original Classics Prime, because, well, it is the original pretty much, except bigger with some changes. So we pop off the smokestacks, and then we also pop off the wind screen, or spoiler. Now, this is a little bit weird because I have to do a voiceover because my battery ran out on my microphone. Transformation is pretty much exactly the same. Remove the side panels, flip those over on top of the wheels, flip up the feet, and then pull the legs down. And we end up with truck mode, Gerwalk mode. Then split open the front of the fascia of the vehicle mode, flip those sides out, and then flip them forward on the incredibly tight ratchets, spin the entire top around, collapse the back of the figure, which that pin right there where the wheels are is incredibly tight. And then fold out the arms, flip out the fists, turn them 180 degrees, and then fold up the panels. We'll be talking about the panels because this is one of the big differences with this figure. Well, as you can see, the panels just pop off. That's the major difference. And then we can go ahead and flip up the head and fold up the back component, like so. Then the gun transforms the exact same way as the original figure. Flip out the stocks, flip out the magazines, collapse them, and you get a nice double barrel gun. The overall aesthetic of the figure and the overall look is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. You can see, though, that I forgot to flip up the kneecaps, or shin caps, whatever you want to call them. It's a wonderful looking figure. Absolutely exquisite. Holds together beautifully, except for one little thing, and it's just really, really nice. I'm really glad I picked this figure up at TFCon. Those side panels, they detach, as you saw. But not only do they detach, they also then reattach onto the back of the figure. After, you modify them a little bit. Flip up them pieces at the hinge, and then extend the front part of the grills or bumper parts out. Those pins, though, very, very tight. Too tight, in fact. Tight to the point of, I'm afraid they're going to break. Now, you see those holes on the back? That is what the sides are going to peg into. So we then line those holes up with those components right at the bottom of the panels, and you get these kind of wing-like sections. It looks really cool. The only problem is they don't stay pegged in that well at all. They do rotate a little bit, but they don't want to stay pegged in. I don't know what it is about this figure that those sections do not stay pegged in. Maybe they're not deep enough, maybe they're not keyed right, but they just fall off. As you saw, I just touched it, and it fell right off. Now the spoiler. It transforms into a gun just like the original figures does. Close those up, flip out the middle section. Oh, and there's this little handle that the first time you transform it, it gets in the way, so you have to push it down through, and it's really, really tight. A lot of the stuff on this figure is super tight. And, oh, yeah, don't forget to flip out the handle all the way until it pegs into place. One major issue with the figure is that parts of the head have a tendency to just fall off. They're not glued on properly for some reason. No idea why, but they go on easily. But look at that light piping. Such good light piping. Figure can look down that much, can look up that much, and swivel. Ratchets in the shoulders, forward and back. And they are exceptionally tight and exceptionally loud, and in the elbow, they are next to impossible to move. Fist swivels, hands open and close. The pointer figure has a trigger on it, or opens and closes like a trigger finger can. Torso articulation. Can kick forward that much, can kick back that much, can split, can bend at the knee 90 degrees, foot articulation in and out. Rumble, classics, MP10. A major issue with this figure is that he can't really hold his weapons very well at all. I don't know what it is about this thing, but he just will not hold his weapons at all, and getting the weapons to peg in is a nightmare. Both weapons will sit in the hands, and the big cannon, the red one, has pegs that connect to the forearm. Overall, really, really stupid that he can't hold it. But he looks great when he does get the weapons held, and he poses really nicely. On the turntable, he looks also really, really cool. You can put those panels anywhere you want, on the back or on the side. It doesn't really matter. He looks good no matter which way you slice him. Overall, I think this figure is really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty expensive at about $70, but what you're getting for the figure is awesome. He also comes with Gundam style hands. You can build the hands yourself, pop the hands that he's got off, and then replace them with these more articulated hands. A very, very, very awesome addition to an otherwise fantastic figure. Does he have flaws? Sure. He's not perfect, but as a scaled up version of an original Classics Prime, he's really freaking awesome. I picked this figure up at TFCon 2017, and he should be available online at other places. So gang, I hope you have enjoyed this video review. As always, I am Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.